Look at this. The dream team is working together. Stay tuned. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Adobe Ring Ranch. Can you believe Clint and I are actually going to be working together today? He had started a few seeds a couple weeks back. Um, we'll discuss the plants in a second. And the other ones are freebies, right? You discovered the willows?
Yeah, the willows come from the flower beds.
Okay.
They love to germinate in our flower beds.
So
I guess it's the mulch and the moisture.
Yes, and we've already discussed how much I love free plants, so saving money all the time. So today we're going to be planting up these 4 little plants. We'll take them more into the shade, and maybe Clint can give us a little description of what they are and are they native here?
Okay.
Yeah, the shade is better.
So,
all right, so what do we have up first?
We have a screwbean mesquite.
This one?
Formerly known as Prosopis pubescens, now known as Strombocarpa pubescens. Okay, what makes them unique is that unlike other mesquites, which have a long, flat pod with seed bumps in them, these have the screwbean, and in Spanish it's called the tornillo, which means screw, because of the curves. So this is a unique kind of mesquite tree, and these plants actually come from a very similar pod I ordered online. So we have one screwbean there, and we have a screwbean here with a willow, because I planted the screwbean seed. It was tiny, and I didn't think it would germinate, but I can't throw any seeds away. And I transplanted a little willow seedling from the flower bed, and now we have a double.
Now, with the screwbeans, they will have thorns, right?
Yes, they have little thorns here, yes.
Thorns.
But they're not as vicious as some of the mesquites we have 3-inch thorns.
Yeah, and the wildlife love these seed pods.
They love the seed pods.
And I had already done a video a couple days back on the desert willows, so if you want to go back to review what they look like, please do.
Chelopsis linearis. All of our desert willows originate from the 2 parent trees we purchased in El Paso many years ago.
Bubba 1 and Bubba 2.
Bubba 1 and Bubba 2, the Bubba cultivar of the desert willow.
Yes.
But because willows don't grow true from seed, the progeny are all different colors. They tend to be darker colors like pinks and mauves, because some desert willows in the wild even have white flowers, or muted pink. All of our desert willows that we've rescued as seedlings have nice deep pink and mauve tones. Yes. And our 4th plant is what is called hummingbird bush, or Anisacanthus quadrifolis, which is sometimes called flame acanthus, even though the scientific name is Anisacanthus. It's called flame acanthus or hummingbird bush.
And I've not done a video on that yet, only because the plant has not gone into flower yet. But we had originally bought 2.
And we have many now. They multiply, they volunteer prolifically, which is great because the hummingbirds love them.
And in the beginning we had trouble transplanting them, but for some strange reason we've got it down now.
Yeah,
we're moving them around the property.
I think we were transplanting them too late in the summer, and it needs to be earlier in the spring.
And the hummingbirds absolutely love these shrubs, so we're taking it. It's an orangey pink color, aren't they?
It's more of an orangey red,
orangey red.
It's a tubular flower, which is typical of a hummingbird flower.
Right, so we're trying to put as many of those around the property, and obviously they're volunteering in spots, and if they're out of the way,
they get to stay.
They get to stay.
Out of the way, you get to stay, pretty much is our motto.
So that's a good thing, because again, free is the name of the game here. Yes, so now we're going to be entering the future guinea hen pen, and we thought we would add these trees and shrubs into this location before we actually get guinea hens and the coop built. So I had dug up 4 holes, and I've already incorporated some potting soil into the hole just to give them a little jump start with the moisture retention in the soil. So we're going to do our regular treatment here where we dig the hole, make a little moat of dirt to hold in water. We're going to plant the plant, and we're going to mulch it with our cypress mulch here. And Clint had asked me to try to get them close to the garden fence because he doesn't want to carry any more water buckets. So I should be able to reach spraying the hose from behind the garden and reaching all of these planting areas. So we do have 4 slots to go. 4 plants to get in the ground. So we're going to get these in the ground, and I think we'll follow up at the end after planting just to show you the results. All right, so we finished up planting the 4 plants. And what have we done, Mr. Clint?
All right, well, we have a little baby desert willow here that is caged and staked. Let me just move a little bit of mulch there. Okay.
So we actually put little cages around each
to protect them from the rabbits.
Yes,
because even with a fenced-in yard, we still have rabbits.
We don't want to come out in the morning and find them all chomped up, right?
Yeah, they don't have to be super strong because we have a fence now, so we don't have any javelinas, which used to rip everything to shreds. But rabbits are still a problem. This is our Anisacanthus.
Yeah, now we've got that one situated right underneath this little grouping of shrubs here.
This is one of our screwbean mesquites, the solo screwbean.
Oh, this is the solo?
This is the solo screwbean.
Okay, all set with
and
that.
Finally, we have our desert willow screwbean mesquite duo. So,
yes, this was the double.
Yes, because I didn't think the screwbean seed was viable. It was tiny. And I'm like, well, I don't want to just throw it away. So I planted it where the willow was, and surprise, surprise, it came up.
So we'll see how well they do. We had the willow facing the garden fence, and the one with the teeth will be facing the back.
They'll be fine. In nature around the property, a lot of trees serve as nurse trees or grow symbiotically with other trees. So I'm very confident they will both do well.
All right, so we've got some desert vegetation planted. Most of them were free. Some of them were.
Well, the seeds cost me a couple bucks.
Yeah, from eBay. Clint loves his eBay.
The problem is you can't find screwbean mesquites in any nursery, so you have to grow them from seed.
Oh, and what did you have to do to prep the seeds?
Oh my gosh! So, looking at the pod, this is a very small pod. The tiny little seeds, which are the size of sesame seeds, are contained in this pod. So you have to break open this pod, which is not easy. It's designed not to be broken open. Then you have to scarify the seeds, which means take a little, I use a hacksaw blade. You have to hold the seed between your fingers, and you have to scarify it, scratch it, and then soak it overnight in water. So it's a multi-stage process.
And then plant them.
And the seeds are so small that you don't know if you're ripping the seed apart. With a mesquite seed, a regular mesquite, or a Palo Verde, the seed's big enough you can see the little line you make when you scarify it. Perfect. You make your line, I do one on each side for the larger seeds, and then you soak it in water, it swells up, you can see it. These things are so small that making the scarification is like crazy difficult. And then noticing if they're any larger when they soak, because they're the size of a sesame seed to begin with, it's like, well, I don't remember. It was so small to begin with, even if it doubles in size, it's still small, so but it did work.
You need to scratch that surface because it's a hard surface, and that
right. In nature, they would germinate after a rain. They would go through a wash or a water course and get beat up by the sand and the rocks. That would be the natural scarification. But since we're not, we don't have that right now, in order to grow them artificially, we need to mimic that process by scratching the seed.
Right, so growing these little desert gems is not as easy as we think it would
Yeah,
be, but once you do the process,
right.
Clint's an expert on.
Again, the larger the regular mesquites and the palo verdes, the seeds are large enough that you can still do that. And maybe if you're 30 years younger, it's easier with the little seeds. But since I'm 62 now and don't see as well, and my fingers aren't as agile, it's a lot harder.
it's a lot harder.
But
Okay, so we got those all planted up, and we did get the freebies, which is all good. And we planted them basically amongst our
fig
fig
trees, yes,
trees that we
and peach.
planted and did a video about a couple weeks back. All but one are doing fairly well. The peach tree that Clint was ready to throw into the compost pile is actually sprouting at the bottom.
Yeah.
And we've got a few sprouts up at the top. I know most people say take those sprouts off the bottom, but I don't know. I'm thinking let's get the
Well, they're
plant.
also above the graft line, so they're
Yeah,
fine. This is the
so
graft line. You don't want any sprouts below because that's not the true type.
right.
But since they're above the graft line, as far as I'm concerned, they're fine.
I mean, to strengthen the plant, I think
Yes.
it's good to leave it. But
We
down the
need as
road,
much photosynthesis as
yeah,
we can get. So as long as it moves up the stem,
yep. So hopefully we get more branching off
yes,
the top.
that's actually becoming a
So
peach.
yeah, that's weird. It
Yeah,
actually bloomed, and there's a tiny little peach.
this
So
scraggly stick
I'm not
bloomed. Yeah,
counting on it. Here's another fig. And this fig here was the one that Clint had taken out of the ground. It brown turkey.
yeah, it was a root sprout. I pulled it out of the ground, and it had such great roots. I figured I'd give it to Hugh and see what he could do with it.
So we put it in the ground, and what happened? All the leaves fell off.
Yeah.
So we were like, "Up, that's it. It's not happening." But as you can see, the leaves are coming back. So we did get lucky. And for all you snobs out there who stick their nose up to brown turkeys, we
They're
actually
delicious.
love them.
Yes, and we love
So
Chicago Hardies. We love the common people's figs.
yes,
So we're not fig snobs.
we
Thank
want
you so much.
we want a fig to taste like a fig. We
Yeah,
don't need a fig
not
to taste like a
strawberry jam. I want a
strawberry.
fig to taste like a fig.
And while we were out here working, I noticed that this little sprout here was popping up, and believe it or not, this is a watermelon. Don't ask me how it got here, but we're gonna leave it, let it do its thing, and see what happens. We have one extra hole here. I'm still waiting for another peach tree
A
to
Texas
arrive.
star, yes.
Texas star. It's supposed to grow well here, but I'm starting to rule out peaches because it seems to be a major headache. But regardless, it's been ordered and it's going in the ground. So I think that's a wrap for today. We did enough work.
Yep. Ciao.
Okay. So it's goodbye again from the Adobe Ring Wrench, and stay tuned for the next video. Thanks for stopping by.